So here we go. Should be a good one. She got her with a punch. That hook won't score. It is standing room only. Every seat has been sold in this amazing theater.
God, I love theatres for all these reasons. You can hear everybody in the crowd. You can hear the punches. The punches actually echoed. If you're that party coming in and you know you're in such an intense atmosphere, you know the pressure is going to be on.
She wasn't ready for that counter. How about that time counter shot? Just missing with the uppercut. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
That hook doesn't score. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Braekhus in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round. Here we go for round two. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Beautiful counter punch. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little trick you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Straight right just misses. What a shot, and Alicia goes down hard. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
That's lights out right there.
One, two, three, four. Listen to me. Are you okay?
So this fight will continue, but how can they get back into this bout?
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
That hook just can't find the target. Counter punch. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. Let's talk about Alicia in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown. And there's the bell for round three. She's got a minute to collect herself, and boy does she need it because you know her opponent is going to come out blazing, looking for another knockdown to start this round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They've staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
She got clipped by that counter. They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. If you're a counter puncher, then basically you do the counter attack. You let them get their punch off first, and then you answer in kind.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, that every twitch.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? These two were made for each other. Beautiful counter shot. A straight right just misses. Napoleon got rocked. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Braekhus in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage. Back at it in round 4. The last round was massive for her, Johnny. How does she keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. There's a counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Swing and a miss with that hook. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Catch and shoot. How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain then.
Punch, counter punch. It's like a game of joust. They both got their swords. They're slinging it. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Braekhus in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round. And there's the bell for round 5. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Nice counter punch right up the middle. That left-handed jab doesn't quite score. Nice counter. A perfect counter lands. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Because you've got a good chin doesn't mean you've got leather skin. It means you can still get caught. So you've got to go for those point areas over the...
Cecilia Braekhus goes down. I want to see that again, but from a different angle.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
continue.
Showing a lot of heart to beat the count there.
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You got away with it. You can do it again.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. She scores with that counter. Final 10 seconds here, unless we get some late drama. I think we all know who won this round. Let's talk about Braekhus in that. There's the bell for round 6. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. They exchange punches. That counter shot lands. The straight right just misses. Oh, and there's no way they're getting up from that. It is a clean knockout. Now that is a massive knockdown. Let's take another look.
I need to see that again.
Are you okay? You're out.
So time to go celebrate after a knockout win here.
Well, there's no argument right there. You say it. Night-night.